right, good afternoon, everybody. Just wanted to give everyone an update, some of the things that are happening. We've had an 800% increase in calls to our helpline. There are about 400 trees down, 21,000 people still without electric. We continue to have our crews out. They're working 24 hours a day to try and clear trees, but at the same time working with Con Ed, which we have not been able to get the full force of Con Ed yet, though I expect it'll happen soon. Con Ed is, I think their worst catastrophe was 200,000 people without power. They're dealing with 800,000 people, or 800 homes without power. So we are doing everything we possibly can to move things along as quickly as possible. The residents have got to be patient. This was a monumental storm. We prepared for the worst. We got something a little less than that, but not much. This was a storm that inflicted significant damage to the city, and we are in the process of cleaning up. I have to give credit to our whether it be the fire department, the police department, our DPW and parks crews, and of course the EMS. Everyone has been working. Everyone's been putting in more of their time, working as hard as they possibly can in an effort to recover from this massive storm. Along those lines, I have here with me the superintendent of schools. We've been working together about trying to get our schools back online. Today, still 11 schools don't have electricity. The Yonkers Board of Education building here sustained some pretty extensive damage to its basement from the flooding of the Hudson River. The crews are working to pump out the basement. We're looking at ways we can relocate some of his office space into some of our office space here and to get the Board of Education up and running. But because of not just that situation and 11 schools, but the fact that the roads are not entirely clear yet, the superintendent has decided to close the schools, along with me, decided to close the schools again tomorrow. Now, tomorrow being Halloween, and it's a good conversation for us to have. To the residents, there are still a lot of loose wires. There's still a lot of loose limbs, trees that are there and potentially fall and hurt our youth. The Halloween tradition is something that I celebrated growing up. Many of us have, and it's something our children look forward to. What I'm going to ask the residents to do, something that's not very unusual. It's happened in already 6 or 7 communities in New Jersey, is that they try to celebrate Halloween on Saturday. But if you must, then I just ask that and do it tomorrow. For the people who really want to follow the tradition, I ask that they do so very close to home. And remember that it's very dangerous out there right this moment. If you come over to 4 Harvard Avenue, which is where I live, tomorrow the lights will be off. Come Saturday, you get yourself a nice big chocolate bar. So that's what I'm going to do. And with that, I'd like to ask the superintendent to say a few words. Okay?
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, as the Mayor indicated, it's not an easy task to cancel schools, but the Mayor has been on board, has made significant recommendations about the closing of schools, and we're hand in hand in making these decisions. As the Mayor said, we're concerned about the safety of our children. With power lines down and tree limbs, we have roads that are blocked, and our transportation system will not be able to get the 14,000 students that we transport on a daily basis to school. We also have 25% of our schools without power at this time. So with the due diligence of all the city workers, including the facilities department at the Board of Education, we're hoping that within the next 24 hours we can get those schools up and running, and hopefully with classes on Thursday. So again, thank you to the citizens, and please heed what the Mayor has asked in terms of the celebration. Saturday seems like a perfect day to celebrate.
Thank you. And again, let me tell you, all the city workers are united, working together, whether it be DPW, parks, police, fire, sanitation, and our parks employees. I mean, our school employees, CSEA workers. Everyone is working together, and everyone's committed to seeing us through this crisis and getting our city back up to normal operation. I'd like to ask Tom Meyer just to give us an update. Commissioner?
As the school superintendent and the mayor have both discussed, let me just briefly tell you about the Incident Command System and NIMS, the National Incident Management System. We have it fully employed here. All of the city agencies, as well as our utility companies, our hospitals, are all represented here. And we make decisions together, we make recommendations to the mayor together, and we are one pretty cohesive team for being different agencies. With that said, I have to emphasize, as the mayor said, we have about 400 trees down. Con Ed reports about 413 individual breakages in transmission wires. So you can see most of the trees that are down are laying on hot wires. This creates a huge safety problem. That's why the mayor is asking to reschedule Halloween till Saturday. We need the time to work with Con Ed, coordinate our efforts. Con Ed can't just go out and fix the wire with trees on it. Our crews cannot go out and chop down the trees with wires on them. So they need to be together. We need to do this safely. We don't want anyone getting injured. None of our employees have gotten injured yet. We want to keep that safe record. Thank you.
Commissioner Gardner?
You mentioned the curfew?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor. Again, road conditions remain difficult. We still have trees down, wires down, and many traffic lights out at locations throughout the city. Please avoid any unnecessary travel on area roadways, and do not drive around barricades. This may be a dangerous condition, so please don't drive around barricades. Try to find an alternate route. We have additional personnel working at sites throughout the city. They're being supplemented by our auxiliary police and members of our Office of Emergency Management. I would ask that if you come upon an intersection, if you're on a roadway and the traffic light is out, please use extreme caution. Normally, during Halloween, we have a city curfew in effect. The mayor has amended the curfew for tomorrow. So tomorrow, in order to help protect the children to the dangerous conditions resulting from the storm, we're going to impose a mandatory curfew for everyone under the age of 18 from 6 p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, October 31st, until 6 a.m. Thursday, November 1st. And that's to increase safety. You know, there are pockets of the city without power, wires down, poor lighting conditions, and we're just trying to discourage children from being on the streets due to the conditions presented to us by this storm. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. You were joined here by State Senator Andrea Stewart-Cousins. Thank you, Senator, for being here with us. And obviously, our City Council continues to be here working with us. I can't emphasize that enough, what the Commissioner said. There are wires down, power is out. A lot of people don't have power, but the streets are dark. There are no lights in many areas. So there are a multitude of dangers that lie ahead for our children. That's why I'm encouraging everyone to celebrate on Saturday. It's not unusual. There are 6, I think, different communities in New Jersey who've already announced they're going to do it, and it's a wonderful tradition. I love seeing the little ghosts and goblins running around the city, but at this point we don't want to put anybody's lives in danger. I'd like to ask our fire commissioner, who's still here too, to give us an update.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd just like to let everybody know, due to we still are experiencing an unusually high volume of calls from the public, most of them related to wires down. We are trying to triage them and prioritize them so we can get to the necessary calls as quickly and as safely as we can effectively there. So we still are holding approximately 25 calls right now. So just bear in mind, if you do call in for wires down, based on the triage at the dispatching center, you may not get a response for up to 10 or 15 minutes. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Please do not keep calling. We will have it logged in. We will get there as quick as we can. And just another safety message, the longer the power is out, more residents are going to resort to portable generators to either heat or use electric within their household there. Please use the generator, run it outside. Please do not refuel it while it's hot. Let it cool down prior to refueling it, and everybody will be much safer going forward. So thank you.
Thank you. Any questions?
Is there one section of the city that's been hit hardest or harder than others that you've informed? I know you said 400 trees scattered throughout the city, but
No, I think I just want to make sure I can confirm what I've seen even myself. It's pretty spread it out pretty even across the city. I mean, this was a storm that really didn't discriminate against any portion of the city. It hit us all pretty evenly.
what's your biggest concern right now?
My biggest concern is getting our city up and running again. This is and doing so in as quickly of a manner as we possibly can. But I think that our residents have to understand that this was a monumental storm. This storm could have been a Category 3 considering its size. It's inflicted an enormous amount of pain on the city in terms of collateral damage. We are going to have to clear the trees in concert with Con Ed so that we get the power back on. Once we do that, obviously we'll be okay, but it's going to take a monumental effort. And remember, it's a global thing too. This is not just the 21,000 people here in Yonkers. This is close to 1 million homes just in the Con Ed region. I think 1.2 million homes in Long Island, and then another, I think, 800,000 homes or something like that in the other region of just north of us. So we need our residents to be patient. Call the Mayor's Helpline, 377-HELP. With any questions you might have, check up our website, yonkersny.gov. There are questions, we can give you answers. Be safe, use common sense, check up on your neighbors. Make sure if you have a neighbor that's a senior citizen, or if you have a neighbor who has a lot of children, check up on them, check up on each other. That's what it's about, being good neighbors, and make sure everyone is okay. If we do those things and we exercise good common sense, I think we'll be fine. Again, tomorrow it's going to be a very dangerous day because street lights will be out and it'll be dark, and we don't want anybody getting hurt. So if at all possible, celebrate the tradition on Saturday. Any other questions? Great, thank you.
Buenas. Debido al impacto de la tormenta, el alcalde Mayor Mike Spano ha emitido un toque de queda obligatorio para Halloween de 6 p.m. a 6 a.m. El alcalde sugiere a los que celebran Halloween que celebren en su casa, cerca de su casa, o incluso celebren este sábado. Las escuelas públicas de Yonkers permanecen cerrados mañana, el 31 de octubre.